I'm right out there too.
All right, everybody. How many of you have heard the phrase before that good things come to those who wait? Thank you all for waiting, and I promise you good things. I'm excited to be here with you today. Some of you are old friends, some of you are new friends. I hope that during the time networking outside, you got to make some new friends as well. By the end of today, we're all going to be friends. We're all going to have learned from each other. And we're going to show our appreciation for the woman who's brought us all here today. Taria Vision Avant is somebody who's been in my life for about 12 to 14 years. We met in a network marketing company here in Atlanta. She was a leader in that company already. In fact, one of the first women in that company to reach $1 million in revenue. She went on to lead global teams. She went on to help many, many people change a cycle of making money, growing a business, and becoming leaders. She took that experience of her technical background, of her network marketing background, and she moved into helping leaders and experts put their thoughts and their businesses on paper several years ago. And she leads the Profits Book Club, helping hundreds of authors not only put their messages to paper, but how to make that message profitable by putting it into a book and selling that book, selling their knowledge, and growing businesses. I'm excited to be here with you all today. I'm excited to introduce the woman who's brought us all here together. Let's stand up, put our hands together, and welcome Taria Vision Avant.
Oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell you something. So this mic is not for y'all. It's for those who are watching on stream. So everybody wave to the camera right there, wave to the stream. Hey y'all. So technical difficulties. Okay, can we talk about it? Y'all, I don't know if it's everybody like, well, you know, they just had an update outage and stuff. Listen, I don't even want to give credit to all of that. I just know that I was just like, what in the world? I have never had these challenges, but it's okay, right? We're blessed. For those who are sitting over here, there's seats right here. Come grab some of these seats. Yeah, I don't want you peeking around the corner. Come on. Yeah, come on in. And so I'm so excited and so grateful to have you guys here for our pop-up workshop. I used to do these all the time, and I'm so grateful that now I have partners that have joined me. And so our first speaker, guys, she's just going to do a magnificent job. And so I want you guys to get on your feet. I want y'all to get excited because we just endured the biggest challenges. Y'all might not have experienced it, but you were a part of it. Yes, yes? And so get on your feet real quick, everybody. Let's give it up for our first speaker of the day, Ebony Walker! Come on. Thank you.
All right, so listen, she brought the energy. I don't know if you felt it or not, but I'm going to make sure y'all are here for what you're here for. Now, we had a delay, but it was already said, good things come to those who do what? Wait. Okay, so since we had to wait, we might as well get ready for what is getting ready to happen. because there is never a delay without there being something that is going to cause a domino effect that's going to change our lives. So I want you to do something with me. I didn't come all the way from North Carolina, have my flight canceled, then have a bus trip canceled, and then have to catch an Uber 3 hours, then to get laid over for y'all to sit and look at me. Okay, so we're going to have a good time, but I need you to do something for me. I need you to yell, push! Ooh, I like how y'all did it. Wait a minute. Let's try that one more time. Say, push! Now, why did I have you to do that? Well, in case you did not know, my name is Ebony Walker, and I am your literary midwife. And it is my job to make sure that you birth your literary resources that help build your authority. What exactly does that mean? It means that if you have an expertise, if you have something that you know you were called and created to do, there is a book, an article, a blog, a vlog. There is something inside of you that creation is waiting for. But you probably didn't know that creation was waiting for you, did you? You probably thought, oh, well, you know, I got a product, I have a business, I have an idea, I got a couple of things that some people could benefit from. But no, if you have something on the inside of you that you know nobody can beat you at doing, creation is waiting for it. But too many times have you decided to not give birth to that baby, to those things. Why? Because somebody told you that you weren't good enough. Somebody told you you were not intelligent enough. They told you didn't have enough money. They told you didn't have enough this or that. They gave you all of the excuses. But my question to you is, when did you start believing them over what you heard in the beginning? Because when you get a vision, when you get an idea, when you know that there is something deep down inside of you that you have to release, you hold on to that thing. But one of the things that I want to plant into your mind is to get you to remember how you were when you were a child. Because when we were children, we had childlike faith. There was nothing that we could not do, and if you told us we couldn't do it, we were going to try to do it anyway, just to prove that we could do it, even if we got hurt or broke something in the process. I remember as a little girl being told I couldn't fly. Well, what do you mean I can't fly? I got arms. If I flap them, I should be able to fly. Now, it doesn't quite work like that, but I still tried. Why? Because I wanted to prove to myself. I didn't want someone else telling me what I could and could not do. So over time, there have been things that each and every one of you have been told that you could or could not do. And something inside of you would not let you be still and would not allow you to say, you know what, maybe I can't. You're right. Let me just stop trying. But today, I need to put this in your mind as well. You no longer have the luxury of playing it safe. You no longer have the luxury of pretending that you are not amazing, because baby, you are. You no longer have the luxury of excuses. We've all got excuses. I don't have enough money. I didn't go to this school. I didn't grow up in this type of family. I have this kind of record. I've done this. I've done that. But guess what? There is somebody who has been through what you have been through, and they're trying to figure out, how do I succeed after this? How do I come out on top after this? And you know how you can help them? You need to write it down. It's imperative. Thank you. See, I'm glad I got one person in my amen corner, okay? It's imperative that you document your process, because your process is someone else's blueprint. I'm going to say that again. You have to document your process. Your process is someone else's blueprint. So you could say, well, okay, I don't speak English that well. I speak Ebonics. I don't talk. It doesn't matter what the excuse is. That is why you have ghostwriters. That is why you have book coaches. That is why you have professionals that will help you. You can sit down and say, well, child, I don't know, but I ain't never. You can say all of that, and we're going to turn it into something beautiful. Why? Because somebody needs to hear what you have. But I need to ask you this question. When was the last time that you really believed in yourself? And I'm not talking about believing that you're cute, although you are. Everybody look good in here today. All right, you're welcome, honey. Thank you. You look good, but when was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, you know what, regardless of the challenges that I'm facing, I can and will do this. Regardless of what it's going to cost me, I can and I will do this. Regardless of mom and them or whoever doesn't believe in me, I can and I will do this. You have to get back to that mindset to where you don't let anyone or anything keep you from becoming that next level person. But who is that next level person? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm here to tell you that next level person is a force to be reckoned with. That next level person is somebody who was told what they could not do, and they have proven them wrong time after time. That next level person is someone who was told they would never amount to anything, but here they are kicking butt and taking names. And guess what? You becoming a best-selling author is a part of that kick butt process. Why? Because somebody needs to know, how did you make your first million? How did you become a speaker? How did you get booked to go on all of these stages? How did you create that hair care line? How did you become that fashion stylist? How did you train yourself to speak with that type of voice? How did you start that podcast? If you have any type of gift in the world, somebody needs to know how they can do it. And we got to stop saying, well, I don't want nobody copying me. Baby, if they copy the right cat, then let them copy you. They can never be you. Think about all of the celebrities. Think about all of the people that you see in creation. We were just talking about this a few minutes ago. If I see an outfit that I like, I'm going to compliment you because I like your outfit. But don't be surprised if you see me taking a picture of it, because I'm probably going to try to go online to see, okay, let me get that picture, upload this picture. Where they get that from? Why? Not because I want to copy you, but because I admire you. We've got to stop looking at people copying us as a bad thing. Because it's a whole lot of people copying stuff, but they copying the wrong cats. You might as well copy the right cat if you're going to copy. If you're going to mimic anything, let it be something or someone that's going to help you elevate. Because truth is, we can't do it by ourselves. Oh, I know. I can be honest, even as an introvert. Listen, if y'all would have seen me out there, I apologize if I didn't come speak to y'all. I tried to mix and mingle, but when I get into crowds, I will find a corner to go into in a minute. And it's not because I'm being funny. It's not because I don't want to talk, but it's because that's a hurdle that I have to and will overcome. But while I'm overcoming it, what can I do? I can document my process, so that the next million that I get ready to make, I can let another introvert know, you know how you can make your first, second, and third million? Well, first you got to come from behind the bushes. First, you got to come from behind the podiums and the little trees, because money is in your mouth, but it's also in your network. So at the beginning, I asked you all to push. Why did I ask you to push? Do we have any mothers that have given birth in here? Now, mothers, when you gave birth, when you had those contractions, did you sit back and say, "Ooh, there go a little contraction"? Or did you yell because you wanted somebody to come see about you because you were in pain? You yelled because there was something deep down inside of you that had to come out. You yelled because you knew that it was time for destiny to meet purpose, but it was painful. But yet you knew you had to position yourself to push. So what did you do? You had to gird up. You had to get in the right position. I'm not going to do what mothers do. I'm not going to be all like that, but y'all understand where I'm going, okay? But you had to position yourself. Why? Because you knew that something great was getting ready to come out of you. So when I yelled push, I do that to audiences all over, because I need you to know that is exactly what you are getting ready to do. You are getting ready to push past every excuse. You're getting ready to push past every dollar amount. No longer will you get to say, this is too much for me to invest. There was a great mentor by the name of Delatoro McNeil who says, if it's too much to invest, it's too much to earn. So my question is, the last time that you invested in something, did you look at it and say, oh, that $29 is a lot, but you want to make $297, but you won't invest $29? That's the mindset that we have to get. If it's too much to invest, then you might as well not expect to earn it. But the last thing I want to tell you all today is, let me ask this question first. Have you ever been read your Miranda rights? Now, don't raise your hand, because I'm not trying to be in your business. Because if you've had your Miranda rights read, that means there was probably some police, might have been some handcuffs, might have been some other things. But we all know what the Miranda rights are, correct? They tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. If you want an attorney, I don't know. I ain't never had them read, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Well, today, I need to tell you this, and you might get upset, and before you might have said, oh, she was nice, I liked her, but I don't like how she just came at me. But I'm here today to read you your publisher's Miranda rights. First and foremost, you do not have the right to remain silent, because everything within you can be used to better the world. You have the right to seek a book coach or a ghostwriter. If you cannot find one, one has been appointed to you. Y'all like how I did that, right? But I need you to know, you do not get to play small anymore. Now, there are going to be some amazing speakers that are going to show you and tell you and document. And I'm going to be honest, I had a whole nice little presentation. I had A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3 step. But I said, no, I need to get into their mind, because the information that's coming first, you're not going to be able to receive it until I can get your mind to change about why you're here and what you're going to get when you leave. So you no longer have the right to remain silent. Somebody needs your story. I don't care how deep and dark and dirty it is. I don't want nobody in my business. But what if your story is going to save somebody's life? What if what you went through, even in business or in your personal life, is going to cause someone to say, you know what? She went through that. He went through that. There's no way that I'm going to fail. Or what if it allows you to heal some things in you that you didn't even know were still broken? And that is the point that we have to get to. Stop thinking that you have the right to remain silent. But you have the right to push. You have the right to birth. Why? Because there are too many literary babies in your womb, and it is time to stop killing them. Someone once said that the graveyard was the richest place on earth, because there are far too many people in the grave who had all of these brilliant ideas. They had all of these great visions, and they took them with them. Why? Because of excuses, because they didn't have someone to push them, because they didn't believe, because they lost their childlike faith. But today, your faith is being renewed, because when all of these other phenomenal speakers come up here, they're going to tell you how you are, not how you can think about, but how you are going to make it in life and in business. So without further ado, I need you to do this with me. I want you to stand on your feet, if you will, and I'm going to get ready to get off the stage as we get ready for the next speaker. I need you to yell to the top of your lungs, push. But before you do it, I need you to act like you are literally getting ready to birth something that is going to eradicate every issue that you have in your life. Think about the money issue that you're facing. Think about the ministry issue you're facing. Think about the marital issue you're facing. What is it that you need to push past, push out, and push through in order for you to become what creation is waiting for? So once you get that in mind, y'all let me know. We're going to get ready to push. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I am Ebony Walker, your literary midwife, and I thank you for your time today. Let's receive the visionary once again as she comes.
Thank you. Let's give it up again for Ebony. So guys, we're going to get ready to bring on our next speaker. So let me just tell you the premise behind what a pop-up workshop is all about. So you guys are getting a chance to hear from our experts, and they're giving you some value. Yes, yes? And so we're going to be doing a panel discussion. And so you'll be able to ask a question or two. We'll try to get in as much as we can. But this will be a chance for you to ask questions. It's really supposed to not be as formal, but more informal, right? But a chance to learn, a chance to connect, and to move further beyond this event. It's not just only about, okay, let me just, see what I'm going to get today. The question is the follow-up. How are you getting more value after the event? Yes, yes? And so I want you guys to be thinking about that. How many of you guys know for a fact you need a coach in some area of your life? Raise your hand. Whether it's in your business, in your finance, in your relationship, in your wellness, et cetera, et cetera. Well, guess what? We've got some coaches here today. And that's who you're going to hear from. Now, did everybody write their name down on a card? You did not write, no, the attendees, not the speakers. So not the speakers, but the attendees. Did everybody write their name down on the card? Yes? Okay, great. Do me a favor, Derek. There's a bag up there. My cousin gave it to me. I'm going to pick the first name, yes. So as you guys know, for our VIPs, where my VIPs at? Come on, let's give it up to our VIPs in the house. Well, first things first is do me a favor and open this up for me so they can see what the VIPs are going to get. Because we have some really not, I mean, y'all got a couple of items, okay? Here you go. Hold that. And then, let them see that, Sharon, real quick, what the VIPs are getting. We have, and then of course you guys get other stuff from our other speakers as well. Nice custom journal, pen, and nice little cup. Very nice, fancy. And then, yes, darling. Oh, and then you guys have another journal, some additional stuff. For investing in VIP, you guys are receiving almost $1,000 plus worth of value from our speakers. So upgrading does have its benefits. Yes, yes? Okay, so now what I'm about to do is I'm going to pick the first name. We're not going to pick the winner, but if your name gets selected, when we get to the end of here, we're going to be doing our drawings, okay? Y'all ready for that? So we're going to select our winners, and y'all know we have a flat screen TV. Who winning that? Okay. We have an HD tablet. We have ear pods. We've got some gift cards, all types of stuff, darling. So I'm going to go ahead and select the first name of our winner. Some of y'all folded it up too. It's supposed to be just flat. Okay. I don't know who this is that's folded up. You're going to have to rewrite it. Who is this? I'll just select you since you look. Oh, this ain't nothing? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. The first winner of today is going to be, well, it can't be a speaker. It's got to be. Shannon Simpson Shan. Okay, so you're going to find out what you won closer towards the end, okay? And so, guys, we're going to get ready for our next speaker. Just give me 2 seconds to set up the frame, and she's going to join us up here to do her power talk, okay? All right, y'all excited? Yeah. Awesome. Sorry, everybody online. And let's give it up to our online folks.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? As we get set up technically. Round of applause, y'all.
Bring on this beautiful young lady to Sean, right? To Swan. And so her topic is going to be, as you can see, incredible cognitive dissonance. Anybody know what that is? Okay, so we only about 2, 3, about 4, 5. Okay, so for those who are like, I'm excited to find out about this topic, y'all, grab your pen and paper. By the way, who brought notebooks? Okay. People that like to make money, they like to write, but they take notes. People that like change, they like to take notes, right? So Teswan is going to be talking to us about elevating beyond cognitive dissonance. Let's get into it.
Thank you. All right, y'all. This is my first time speaking. I'm excited and I'm nervous, okay? So let me hear you say, it's in me, and it's on me. It's in me, and it's on me. Let me tell you, the lady that spoke before me, oh my gosh, she was hitting all the buttons, wasn't she? I got some note cards up here because I thought we was gonna be mic'd up. And I'm glad we got the microphone in hand because I needed something to hold on to while I go through this journey. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive means that you're aware of something. In psychological terms, that means that they have a term called cognitive behavioral skills. But now we're talking about cognitive dissonance. And what is dissonance? I started researching because I was like, well, I gotta know what I'm talking about, obviously. And dissonance, if you look it up under not the medical, I work in the medical field, but in the musical field, it means disharmony. And so when you think about, you're aware of the disharmonies of your life. How many people are aware of the things that they have going on in their lives that is causing some friction in your process? You have a dream and you're trying to get to it, but something isn't going right. It's almost like you at the church conference, right? And the choir is up, but it's that one section that's just not quite getting it just right. And you like, it's some disharmonies going on up in there. It's some dissonance that is present. And then when we think about the disharmonies that's going on, whether it be in our family lives, whether it be in our work lives, it affects us when we're on the process of birthing our babies. And so I went on this journey myself, and I said, God, you know, I have something that I want to do. I know you've called me to do it, but I don't know how I'm going to get there because I have work going on, and that's affecting me. I have family going on, and that's affecting me. Even my own belief system. Sometimes, God, I don't even believe in my own self. And so he said, okay, well, just sup with me for a minute. Let's break this thing down. We got the sopranos, we got the altos, and we got the tenors, the highs, the mediums, and the lows. How am I going to get my baby birthed? So he said, just listen to me. So I found myself meditating every day. And meditation looks different for different people. I would turn on podcasts just to get a different voice to drown out the negative voices in my own head. I would listen to this lady called Abraham Hicks, and her voice was so soothing to me. It mellowed out all of the fears that I had going on. And she was always talking about a vortex. You got to get back in the vortex. And I was like, okay, well, let me go and get on up in there then. And then I started to do my research on the 12 universal laws. And I said, okay, now you brought me here. I'm spiritual and I'm a little bit of science because I believe God, he speaks to us in different ways. You just have to figure out what is right for you. And so he said, one of the universal laws, and I have my note cards up here because I wanted to make sure I got all my points together because this is my first time talking. The law of vibration is one of the laws. And we always talk about, what's your frequency? Are you on the right frequency today? The law of attraction is another one. The law of inspired action. The law of correspondence is another one. The law of cause and effect. I'm not going to name them all for you because I believe that you can go do your own research. But then it says the law of divine oneness. And it talked about how you have to be connected. We're all connected. We all have something that we can share with one another. When we lean on each other, there is a balance that could take place or else it'll fall through. I love social media, right? Because it keeps me connected with people. Back in 2020, I remember following this young lady, and she had this booming voice coming through the speakers of my phone, and I said, okay, I like your content. Let me go ahead and press that follow button. so I followed her and I followed her, and she continued to talk and create content that I liked and enjoyed, so I stayed. Then one day she announced she had this 5K in 5 days challenge. This lady don't know I'm trying to write a book. And I didn't know that she was a author's coach. I wasn't really paying attention, but that piqued my interest. And so I enrolled and I started on my 5K and 5 day challenge. I had just had my baby. I had just been laid off of my job. And there was something there that pushed me towards making that decision. Didn't we just talk about investments? So I did the 5K and 5 day challenge, and she took me step by step on everything that I needed to do to get to that 5K. Well, there was one step that I felt was too big for me. Little old me, a new mom, working, or at least just recently laid off, and I couldn't see my network being able to fulfill that call. So, good teacher, bad student, I began to doubt, self-sabotage, but I continued on with the program, not really knowing if I was really going to get to the 5K. Somebody say 10%. 10%. I got 500 though. And what did that do for me? That let me know that people wanted to hear my story. Yes. Somebody was investing in me and they didn't even know me. What did that do? Birth more confidence. No, it wasn't 5,000, but 500 was just enough. It was what I needed to make sure that I birthed my baby, that I got to my goal. Earlier this year, I was displaced due to domestic violence. I did not have nowhere to go, and I just had me and my son and my purpose. March, I got my place to take care of me and my son, and just yesterday, I got the proof of my book. When you walk in your faith, and when you truly believe and know who you are and who God has called you to be, you will not let anything break you down. You will not let anything get in the way of your success. You said, keep on going. What did she say? Push. There you go. It's in you and it's on you. It's in you and it's on you. You can take that how you want to, but for me, when I heard God tell me that, he said, I gave you this purpose for a reason. It's in you. It's embedded in you. I won't let you let it go. Now it's on you to see it through. Somebody say, how bad do you want it? 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 Because it's in you and it's on you. Perseverance, faith is all you need. And a little bit more. Determination, of course. But it's in you and it's on you. That's my time, y'all.
So awesome. It's in you and it's on. and it's on you, because it is, honey. Right? Amen. So thank you for that. And also, let me just shout out those people who are watching online, because we do have some, oh, Lord, I'm about to pull it up on the next one because I was pulling it up. But everybody that is watching on social, hello, hello, hello. Y'all, on top of getting the screen to share, the internet was tripping. Y'all, it was a lot. People was trying to come in here to Rhea. I was like, listen, I can't talk right now. You see, I don't even know what my hair look like right now. Hopefully it's not too bad, okay? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, child, because listen, I was like, listen, I need a beat. But we're going to have a good time, though. So think of the questions as you're hearing our speakers that you may want to ask, okay? Because this is going to be real good. Okay, so I'm going to pick another name, and y'all don't forget these names now, okay? If your name was called, you're going to get a chance to come up here and pick your prize. All right, Crystal Branford. Whoop, whoop. Awesome. All right, darling. Well, listen, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up this young lady while she's speaking. I'll put up the PowerPoint while you're talking. Okay, but she introduced me, y'all, and I've known this young lady for a very long time. We both came from the world of multi-level marketing. Anybody ever heard of that? Network marketing, right? Yes? Y'all heard of it? Some of y'all like, what? Okay, like Mary Kay? Tupperware? Yeah, what? Pampered Chef? Well, yes. So I was in a company where we sold girdles. And we dropped 3 sizes in 10 minutes without diet pills, exercise, surgery. Yes. And then I joined this company where coffee, because who don't like coffee, okay? And so we were able to do some great things. But now she is showing individuals how to get on stages and make money. So for those watching online and everybody here, who's ready to learn how to get that bag when you're speaking on the stage? Y'all, let's give it up for Danella Burnett.
Awesome. So we've had 2 incredible speakers so far who got you a little bit motivated. I'm going to get really practical. How many of you guys want to make some money? Because I do believe in motivation. I believe in inspiration. I believe in following those people that you resonate with. I believe in impact. But if the impact is not coupled with income, it becomes an unfulfilled desire. And I'm going to tell you while we get this set up, and I dive into the importance of taking your message to the stage and taking your message to those people that you're meant to serve. My inspiration is last night at 3 o'clock in the morning. There was somebody staring at the ceiling, going through a challenge. Maybe they have more month than they have money. Maybe they're looking at the person who's laying in the bed beside them and they're like, I'm not even sure if I like this person. Like, we need some help in this relationship. Maybe they're looking at their kids and they're like, I don't know what to do. I need some help. I need some support. Maybe they're looking at their business and they need some help with marketing. Maybe they need some help with organization. Maybe they're looking around the house and they need help with how do they, organization again. There are people who are staring at the ceiling at 3 o'clock every single morning who are looking for support. They're looking for solutions. And I believe that we all, as experts, owe it to them to find them, to bring them the solutions. Because if you've been through something, and I think there's 3 ways that you become an expert. You become an expert through experience. That's, I've been through some stuff, and I'm going to help someone else get through some stuff. I have a process, I have a method, I have a way that I can help somebody. 2, through education. Doctors, licensed practitioners, gotten some education to then help other people with that education. And then for most of us, it's expertise through engineering, which means we've been through some stuff, we've sought out some help, we've learned what we needed to, and now we can help others. And I think one of the greatest ways that we can help others to find those that are looking for us is through taking the stage. And I'm going to share a little bit of my experience with you and why I think this is the best way. And I'm going to bust a couple of myths today. Is it okay if I get a little truthful today? I might even step on a toe or two. And some of you ladies have some fine shoes. I know you do not want me to step on your toes, but metaphorically, I might step on a couple of toes today, if that's all right with you, because I believe in speaking the truth. So speakers need to speak. I've been an event producer for many, many years, and I've been working on the side of events. I'm going to give you a little bit of my history later, but in 2019, we launched Speakers Need to Speak because I realized speakers were getting caught up in all of the other things that prevent them from taking the stage. So speakers need to speak, but I realized one other challenge that I sometimes saw. Speaking requires some value, some knowledge, and some strategy. If you don't have value, knowledge of what is possible on the stage, and some strategies, you may just be talking. And how many of you would agree we don't need a bunch more talkers in the world? I don't know if you guys are following what's going on out in the news today. I mean, we have like major historical things happening today, and I'm sorry. They are talking some bullshit. They are not looking out for us. That's not the kind of speaking that I'm talking about. That is the talking. That is the talking heads that are talking to hear themselves speak. And I do not believe that they have the best interest in mind of the people who are in front of them. And that is red, purple, blue, like the whole lot of them. That is not the kind of speaking that I'm talking. That is talking. We do not need more talkers in the world. We need speakers. Speakers like the experts that are sitting in this room. Speakers like us that have solutions for real people. This we need more of because talk is cheap. So I'm talking about speaking today. I'm going to jump in. Talking versus speaking. You need to bring real value to the audience that's in front of you. You need to know what their challenge is and bring them solution. It is not about you when you take the microphone. It is about the value that you bring the people sitting in front of you. It's about knowing who your right fit client is and who your right fit audience is. Where are they? What are the other solutions that they're seeking? If you're a health and wellness coach, you can go to health and wellness events, but if you dive in deeply and know that my woman or my man that I want to help with health and wellness, what's their age? What's their occupation? What are the other things that they're going through? You can position yourself where they're at. I have a client, Annie Goudreau. She's a health coach for women who are over 50, dealing with a couple hormonal things, dealing with a little weight, dealing with the things that 50-year-old plus women deal with. She doesn't go to health and wellness events where she's one of 12 people talking about health and wellness. She goes to events that are filled with women over 50. She goes to parenting events. She goes to accounting or bookkeeping or other industry events that are rich with women of a certain age, so that when she takes the stage and she says, you're here to grow your career, what about your health with your wealth? And she's one voice that resonates with that audience. So when you know who your right fit client is, you can position yourself in front of the right fit audience. That's a strategy. How you're going to get paid so that you make money every single time you take the stage. Are you getting paid as a keynote speaker? Are you generating leads? Are you making an offer directly from the stage? Why are you taking the stage? Because if you take the stage and the only accolades you're getting are the round of applause or the person who walks by and says, that was great, that's not speaking, that's talking. Every time you take the stage, there should be a return on your investment. And your investment, the ROI, is your impact, your income, and your influence. Sometimes when you take the stage, it's going to be about impact. Sometimes when you take the stage, it's going to be about growing your influence. Sometimes when you take the stage, you need to make money right now. So know why you're taking the stage, and how you're going to get a return on your investment. That's strategies. Now we can get to the guaranteed gigs. Guaranteed impact, guaranteed sales. I think every time you take the stage, it should be with a sale in mind. So I've talked a little bit about experience and expertise. Can everyone here in the room say, I am an expert? I am an expert. And you know what your expertise is. Is everyone in this room passionate about taking their expertise and bringing that to other people and getting paid well for that? Excellent. How many of you, though, sometimes feel like the best kept secret? If only they knew. If only they knew I could help more people. If only they knew I could grow my business. See, this is what I felt like as well. I was looking for the bag, as Taria loves to call it. I was looking for the bag. But I was growing my business. I was seeing others take the stage. But I had a catering company here in North Georgia, and I'm grateful that it did well. This is when Taria and I met each other. But I was growing my business through networking and through referrals. And so most days I felt like I was pushing a boulder uphill. The phone rang frequently, but I never knew when the phone was going to ring, and somebody might say, you know what, I met Lisa. Lisa and I have known each other for years. I met Lisa, and she said I should give you a call, that you're a great speaker, that you're a great event producer, that you're a great speaker strategist, whatever referral that might be. It happened, but I never knew when it was going to happen. But I saw my speakers taking the stage, and I went, they're controlling their cash flow from their calendar. Now, I may have been born at night, but it wasn't last night. And when I get an idea and I get a moment of clarity, I take action on it. And I said, you know what? I need to take the stage. Instead of just helping my speakers have profitable and impactful events, it's time for me to take the stage. So this is my kitchen in 2017. It's actually a glass-walled kitchen in the office of our old catering there in Gainesville, Georgia, and I was listening to a tape of Jim Rohn. Has anyone ever listened to Jim Rohn? He gives a great talk where he talks about being the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And I looked around through those glass walls, and I was surrounded by my staff. I was surrounded by my dishwashers and my cooks and my servers. Amazing people, friends of mine. I love them. We spent holidays together. But they weren't inspiring me to be more. And I said, you know what? I need to break out of this glass-walled office. It's time for me to let the comfort of this go, to step into what I'm meant to do next. And so I took the stage. In 2017, I sold my catering company. We started doing events nationally. I took the stage, and this was scary for me because I have to tell you, when I first started speaking and I would go to BNI groups, I'd be okay for the first minute, but I didn't know how to breathe and speak at the same time. So about every, 10 weeks or so, when it was my turn to give a 10-minute talk, about minute 4, I'd start turning blue and start hyperventilating a little bit. It was not very pretty. I had to learn how to be a good speaker. I had to learn how to be comfortable, to get vulnerable on the stage and make it about the audience, not about me. Because when it's about me, I'll hyperventilate. When it's about you, it's about service. It's about providing you what you're looking for. It's about giving to you. I have no problem with that because I am of service. So speaking and events are the 2 best strategies. It is the way that we have changed our business in 2017 from being a 6-figure business. By the end of 2018, we'd hit 7 figures. We've stayed at 7 figures since 2018. And the only marketing that I do is I take the stage. I do not contribute to the Zuckerberg Philanthropy Fund. That would be paid ads. Nothing wrong with paid ads. I just haven't figured out how it works. Honestly, last year I tried $50,000 experiment. $50,000 experiment that did not result in a single sale. Yet I can take a stage and I can share and I can make an offer. Sometimes it's a complimentary offer. Let's continue the conversation. Continue the conversation from the stage to a sales call. Sometimes I make a direct offer from the stage, and I invite you to take out your credit card and let's do business together right now. Sometimes I'm being paid to take the stage because I'm providing value to an audience, but the entity in the wings, the corporation, the association, the university, finds value in what I'm bringing to their people, and so they write me a check to take the stage. I will take that type of marketing every single day because I can look at my calendar and I can predict the kind of business that I'm going to have, who I'm going to serve, who I'm going to help, and that's why I believe gigs are guaranteed. This is what life looks like now. You'll see some folks that you recognize. I'm either behind the scenes producing the event, I'm on the stage. We had our very first 3-day event right here in Atlanta in January of 2019. We launched Speakers Need to Speak with 14 clients at that event. I had 2020 all mapped out. It's good to maintain a little bit of flexibility in your business as well. 2020 was a little interesting, but we ended up doubling our business in 2020 because what it did was it allowed the stages to not just be the ones that you step onto, but the stages virtually as well. So now we can take the stage, one of my favorite gentlemen in the world, many of you know him here from Atlanta, Les Brown, one of the first events that we did in 2020. So whether you're virtual, whether you're on a stage in person, you can grow your business. Now have several businesses, several books. Taria's actually helped me with several of these books. There was my very, very first book in 2015 with Taria, Multiple Streams of Income. We worked together on a book last year called Coach, also done with Taria. Now in multiple books, and again, a 7-figure business. When you decide to take the speaker's journey, it is a journey, not a destination. There's 5 things that you will constantly be working on and working with, and that is getting good, getting better, getting coaching. It might be your image, it might be your talk, it might be learning how to breathe, as it was for me. Getting clear, clarity in yourself. Sometimes clarity comes from within. We had an amazing talk about giving birth to what's coming from within you from Ebony before. Sometimes that clarity comes from within you. Sometimes it comes from your clients. Your clients will say, I need more. That's what's happened with Speakers Need to Speak. Clients needed more. We've changed our programs, products, and services in response to what our clients tell us they need. Sometimes it comes from the environment. Obviously, 2020 is one of the biggest examples of where change had to come from outside of us, and those that were able to change have done well. Many people didn't do so well. That rigidity, that inability to adapt, you want to hold on to that. You want to take the stage with confidence, but also be able to move a little bit, as the environment changes. Get gigs, get events, and get paid. So here's a quick couple of myths that I'm going to bust for you. The first one is, speakers often tell me there aren't enough speaking opportunities. Biggest question I ever get. Where are all the speaking opportunities? How do I take the stage? The reality is there's more speaking opportunities than ever before. Pre-COVID, we used to say there were 7,000 speaking opportunities a day here in the United States. Now, of course, you can find them on social media, big reason for the growth, whether it's social audio or social programming. Of course, podcasts, virtual, in-person, hybrid events. You now have the choice. You can stay local, you can go global. So it's not the volume of speaking opportunities that is the challenge. There is more than enough, abundantly enough. Oh, that got out of order. Sorry about that. Second myth, that all speaking opportunities are the same. I covered this just a little bit briefly, so I'm going to go through this super fast. You can get paid before you take the stage. If you have a talk and you can show the value to the entity in the wings, the corporation, the association, the organization that has a budget, they can pay you to take the stage. And that can be a great way to make money. In fact, in 2021, NSA said that the average full-time speaker could generate $80,000 to $100,000 getting paid to take the stage. Full-time job, bit of travel, not bad. $80,000 to $100,000 is the average if you go the route of getting paid before. Getting paid during. Having an offer that serves the audience in front of you and giving them a direct opportunity to do business with you. Some of my most lucrative hours in business have been making a direct offer from the stage. I just had an event last week. It was a 3-day event. From the stage, I offered to my attendees to do business with me at the rate of $15,000 for the year. We ended on Friday with $183,000 in revenue over 3 days. Some of my most lucrative time, thank you. You can also do that in an hour. My most lucrative 1 hour, $63,000 when I made the audience the opportunity to do business with me at $1,000. If you have an aligned audience in front of you and the right offer, this is one of the ways to get a serious cash injection. You frequently will have to pay for that opportunity, and there are some things that you need to be prepared for, but it can be quite lucrative. The most common is getting paid after. That's where you're taking the stage and you're giving the audience the opportunity to continue the conversation with you, that you're gonna have valuable resources, you're gonna have complimentary offers, lead magnets, gifts, so that they will exchange their information with you so that you can continue the conversation, either through a URL or a text opt-in. But it's a way for them to give you their contact information, to have raised their hand and said, yes, Danella, that was awesome. I know we only got a little of you on the stage, but I want to continue the conversation. So here's my email, here's my phone number. Let's continue. This is the most prolific type of speaking opportunity today. And you can email, can stay in contact, you can call, get them on your calendar. This is the way you sustain your business. And then getting paid more is stepping on stages of authority. Now, if you didn't know me before, but you knew Taria, I immediately have the authority of Taria when I take the stage. By stepping on stages with others of authority, you get that. Super fast, myth number 3 is finding the gigs is the biggest challenge. That's not it. I'm gonna show you how. The biggest myth is finding them when they're looking for a speaker. Because when you see an event and they're promoting for attendees, they've probably already found their speakers. So it's not a matter of how many, it's a matter of when. It's also loud. You may not be the only person who does what you do. How do you set yourself apart from other people who might do something similar to you? And we all are limited by 24 hours a day. It's the only true limitation that we have. I think every other limitation we can get beyond. It's exactly why we started Speakers Need to Speak in 2019. We offer hot speaking leads every single month. We offer weekly coaching, weekly support on how to navigate the speaking and event industry. Now, Taria asked me to put together something super small and super easy for you all to say yes to today. So I'm going to invite you, if you would like to make impact. This is my impact project. I'll be happy to tell you all about it. If you'd like to make income like my client Jace, who attributes $228,000 to just 6 speaking opportunities, or you'd like to make influence like my client Justin Guarini of American Idol fame, who got his fame in entertainment, but is now taking the stage and getting clients with our help. If you'd like impact, influence, and income, come join us. 6 months of Speakers Need to Speak services, just $297. Just take a picture of that. Speaker Gigs Generator. And we will talk about that throughout the day. As a bonus, if you join me today, you're going to get a guaranteed speaking opportunity at the Visibility Summit. I'll get back to that URL. And for those of you that know that you want to do business with me today, I brought some books, our visibility book and our coach's book. I brought 10 of them. I don't want to bring any of them home with me today. So Speaker Gigs Generator, as I wrap up today, if it is time for you to take the stage, we'd love to support you in getting on the stage, getting the income, the impact, and the influence that not only you deserve, but the person who was staring at the ceiling at 3 o'clock this morning, waiting for you to take the stage, to find them, to bring them the solutions that only you have for them. Let's give them what they deserve as well, and that's you taking the stage and sharing your expertise and solving problems in the world by speaking, not talking. That's my time.
All right, so let me shout out some of the folks that are watching online. We have, Dr. T. Carter. She says, mute your line, please, honey, because on the stream, you are unmuted. Victoria Sewell, Marcus Miller, Sharon James. Let's see, who else do we have? Somebody says Forever, that's their name. So shout out to you guys that are watching on the stream. Go ahead and let us know where you guys are chiming in from. Has anybody learned an aha, something that you learned from one of the speakers that you want to share? Something new. Anybody? Sure. What you got? Here, pass this so they can hear you.
Greetings to y'all. I love being here with y'all. This is beautiful.
You still got to speak louder.
Oh, okay. So,
When they can hear you, that's for the stream.
well, how y'all doing today? Okay. I really want to thank everybody for their speaking and everything. What I learned today is that what you think is just a simple life can really impact somebody else. Too many times we definitely sleep on ourselves based on what society has to say about us or where we feel like we at in life. But to write, I always tell my seeds that writing is a prescription. When we go to the doctor, they prescribe things for us. So what are we prescribing for ourselves? You know, so I just want to thank y'all because y'all definitely sewed into me and mine today, okay? You're going to get this microphone.